Hey guys, happy Monday. It is currently just a little bit after 4:45. I have tutoring in about 45 minutes, so I want to make this quick because I do want to have a little bit of decompression time before I go to tutoring. But basically, I got home just after 4 and I printed out all my homework, things that I needed for today. Basically, the stuff that I have to read. I have a lot of work I gotta do for my homework tonight. And then did get my graphic out for today, which I did. I didn't do any work this weekend, so I'm a little behind on a lot of stuff, but got the graphic out that I needed to for today, uploaded the TikTok, and currently uploading it. So I just got it into Instagram, now I'm uploading it to YouTube, and then I'm uploading it to Patreon. And then my plan for after tutoring is I'm going to submit, or I'm going to post a Patreon thing where it's like my weekly reading goals for this week, because last week I only managed to hit, I think, one of them that I had initially set up, and then I'll do that really quickly before I get started on my homework, and then the rest of the night will be dedicated to reading. So let me go ahead and get you all caught up with what I'm currently working on, stuff like that, which is a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I've got going on. A lot of books I'd like to try to finish before the end of the month because it is the 23rd. I only have like a week left of the month and I need to get like a bunch of these finished and or at least started. So basically I've got these books right here: Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, Skin in the Sea by Natasha Bowen, Kill Her Twice by Stacey Lee, The Hidden Girl and Other Stories by Ken Liu, and Dark Road to Darjeeling by Deanna Raybourn that I still need to start this week, that I'm hoping to start here soon. These are all for various things for Orillium or the Madman Readathon, which is happening this week, started yesterday. So I have a lot that I need to get through with that. I did finish City of Brass, which was my unread book project that I picked up. So that I gave a 5 out of 5 stars to. Didn't really count for anything else other than my unread book project, but very happy to have gotten through that, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Like, it just hit all of the things that I was anticipating on, and I just love the way that this world is set up and how it's seemingly unending, the things that could be happening, and not in a bad way, like in a really fascinating way. Like, I'm excited to see what comes next kind of thing. Haven't made too much progress in The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Last week, I really didn't do a lot of reading last week, unfortunately, because I was sick for 2 days and then I was just bombarded with so many different things most of the last week. So I just didn't really have a lot of time, except for Friday and Saturday, where I like marathoned the end of Golden Girl, which I did finish. That was for the Witchathon year-long prompt of a book that you either have a genre in abundance of or a book that was hauled, which that one was from my library. So I did finish that and I gave that a 5 out of 5 stars as well. But with The Familiar, I'm on page 137. I'm on chapter 21, and it's going okay. I'm kind of like, I've been away from it for a minute, so it's going to take me some time to kind of get back into it. Same thing with The Good Sister. This one I am a little bit over halfway done with, and I'm on page 169, so probably this was one of my ones I wanted to finish last week, but I didn't, so this is definitely one I would like to finish this week. I would like to hopefully get through The Familiar, the rest of it this week too, but we shall see. The one I'm probably the otherwise closest to finishing is Evocation by S.T. Gibson. I'm currently on page 194 of this. I'm on chapter 22. This is, like I said, probably the closest one. The one I'm closest to finishing. So I do want to finish this one, and I'm really enjoying this a lot. It's hitting a lot of the vibes I wanted, but it's not as good, I would say, as A Dowry of Blood, in my opinion. Like, it's definitely hitting the witchy vibes I was hoping for when I first got into the story and realized it was going to be more of a witchy kind of book. But it's not necessarily living up to what A Dowry of Blood was when I first read it. So then the one I am the smallest way through is The Jasmine Throne. Well, probably not the smallest. I don't know, maybe. I'm on chapter 8 of this though. I'm on page 74, and I am really liking this. I really like what's been going on so far. I just haven't really had a chance to pick it up. And then with my reread of the final Strife, I am currently 90 pages into this. Reread's going great. You know, for the most part, that one I'm kind of just gonna more so like read quickly because this is the 3rd time I've read it, and so I don't have to like be as like brain in that one, I guess. That's not the correct way to say that. As involved, I guess. Some days, guys. It's been a day. Today was the first day that my new schedule kind of like got set up. And it's not even so much my new schedule as it is more so just my new placement with work. So those of you that haven't been hanging out with me, Bree, or Brandy on sprints or anything, with work, I'm still working in the same building, but I got moved around to basically work in the ASD room, which is great. That's kind of what I want to do. That's what I want to be. But all of our staff basically got moved around to accommodate for the fact that we don't have enough paras in our building. And so basically today was the first day of that new setup, and today was a really good day. It was just kind of one of those days where like it flew by so fast, but I feel like it also didn't at the same time. Like it definitely flew by in terms of the morning because I have an earlier lunch than I was having when I was working with the one kid that I worked with. And so my lunch is like a whole like half an hour earlier basically, which is really weird to me. But then the afternoon was a little bit slower, and I had to go outside a lot today for different recesses. And today it's not even 70 degrees. Like it's gonna maybe hit 70 at some point, if at all. And so it's been a little chilly. But yeah, so it's just been kind of like, I've got a lot of stuff running through my head, I think is the biggest thing. I've got a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about that I need to do, that I need to get done. And I've thankfully been able to actually like get everything I needed to done before I go to tutoring. So I have a little bit of decompression time, but it's probably not going to be very much. I may lay down and take a quick nap because I feel myself waning so badly right now. And then I got home today and found the house torn apart because Dougie's been having some problems. He's kind of in that weird teenager time frame for dogs where like they're gonna really push you, and they're like when they're left alone for too long, they definitely can like tear up the house. So that was fun. He basically not only has ruined a library book that I had, so I've had to keep my office door closed when I leave from now on because he grabbed one from the bottom of my shelf here. Have to replace that. He has also now torn up one of my books that my husband was supposedly reading, but hasn't picked up in like, you know, months. And so that was left out. And so he got a hold of that and destroyed it. And yeah, that I was not happy. On top of that, he basically chewed into our couch again. He took my husband's headset that he will wear when he's gaming with his friends on our Xbox. That's destroyed. He destroyed several colored pencils and the container of the colored pencils that my husband used for when like he decided he wanted to draw or color or something. So that was, you know, I had to pick all that stuff up from the bed because he just strewed it all across the bed, and it just was, it was a time. It was a time trying to clean that up. So needless to say, I'm running on like anger and adrenaline and stuff like that at this moment. So I'm not a very happy camper. But I'm trying to push through at least so that I can get through this week. I have tutoring Monday and Wednesday, and this week is a little bit goofy because Wednesday we have a full day as opposed to like an early release like we have like had several in the last, you know, month or so. This will be the second full Wednesday I think that I've been a part of since I started. And that's because this week there's parent-teacher conferences. So tonight's the first night of parent-teacher conferences. And because we're doing a full day Wednesday, and you know a lot of the staff are staying these 3 days for the parent-teacher conferences, everybody gets Thursday and Friday as a half day. So that's going to be really nice to have those kind of half days for like the end of the week. But it does kind of screw everything up in terms of like my mindset of the week. And then Thursday I also have my second Zoom class meeting for my class that I'm taking this first half of the semester. This is the second of 3 that we're doing, and so that's gonna be like a 2.5 hour thing. And then, it's nice though that I'll be able to be home like after half a day of work, because then I can get a lot of stuff done before that happens, to where like I can just sit and enjoy being, you know, in my class and just kind of having a good time, because it was a really fun time the last class we had, where like we were actually like Zoom calling and everything. And I had a really good time with the people that I worked with for this project that we were working on during that time frame. And then This weekend I have a wedding that I'm going to on Saturday. I have a wedding for my sister's best friend that is getting married, and I'm very excited for that, and it will definitely be a nice change of pace. But the problem is this weekend my husband also has a lot of stuff going on where he is starting up a new thing with work, where that means he's going to be gone Thursday night, Friday night, and most of the day Saturday. So on Saturday I can't be gone for too long because I don't want Dougie to ruin the house. Even if I put him in his cage, you know, I don't want them to be alone for too long. So I'm not going to be able to be there for the full time like I had initially wanted to. But it is what it is. I'm trying to be as flexible as I can with this new thing with my husband's work, because it's a really big thing for them and a really big opportunity, and it's something where I know my husband is already stressed about it, and so I don't want to stress him out more about it either. But that'll also make it nicer for the fact that like I don't have tutoring on Thursday or Friday, and I can just and that specifically too, I have half a day on Thursday and Friday this week, so that I can kind of like, you know, be home and I can help take care of them. And while that's not going to be the case for every week that this happens, you know, with this new business thing that they're doing, it'll be nice at least for the first weekend that my husband's going to be gone. So it just makes things a little bit easier, and you know, we'll just kind of go from there, I guess. It is going on 9 o'clock. I went to tutoring, got back. I had an order on my Etsy store, so I got that all together and ready to be shipped out tomorrow. Filmed a TikTok to go along with that. Did my homework. Now I just gotta put my papers away in my binder before I go sit and read. So, I don't know. I might not read tonight because my head has been hurting all day. I'm tired. So tomorrow when I get home, it'll be a much more chill day. I won't have to worry about tutoring, but I will still have homework to do, and I have to complete a graduate online course that is for every graduate student that goes to the university that I do. It's basically like a research code of conduct course, and I have to finish it before I go to register for classes for next semester. So I have to get it done by the time that's rolling around. So that's going to be like middle of October is when that's due. Basically by the time I finish this course that I'm currently in and I go to start my next one, I'll be able to register, but I have to complete that course before I do so. So thankfully I'm like halfway done with it. I'm going to take tomorrow to get my coursework stuff done, and then do the do 2 of the sections in the course for the graduate code of conduct one. I should have it done before I have to register for classes. So I'm just so tired. I want to read a lot, I really do, but I am just exhausted from running around today, and I just don't know if I'm gonna have enough energy to do much other than probably go to bed. Anyway, those are done. Just need to check off my checklist, and then I'm gonna go snuggle up in bed and just kind of sit and relax for the rest of the night. So tomorrow will hopefully be a little bit more entertaining in terms of like content. Like I'll actually be able to sit and read and stuff, because since I'll be out and home by about 4 o'clock, I'll be able to get my homework done early. Tomorrow after work, I do have to get a graphic done, and a YouTube short, and a Patreon post, and a TikTok. But the TikTok is a day in the life that I'm doing. My short is basically updating the current progress I'm in with all my books, and the graphics super easy. And my Patreon thing is going to be a video of me pulling the books I'm going to get for my TBR. So it'll, like, if you haven't subscribed to my Patreon as of yet, you're gonna get some content that is like behind the scenes stuff and stuff that like won't make it to YouTube, so go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get going, and I will see you guys tomorrow after I get back from work and I get sat down to start doing some work and my homework. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. pan to start boiling. It's currently about 10 to 6 in the evening, and I've done all my homework I needed to tonight. I have done all my work stuff that I need to tonight, besides getting a TikTok finished up, but it's a daily vlog kind of thing, so I still got some of the day left, and then I have to edit that before I go to bed. But yeah, otherwise, I've got nothing to do tonight, so I'm gonna finish some stuff, hopefully. We'll see. I'm gonna enjoy my dinner with my husband and just kind of take a minute to like decompress, because I basically got home from work and then immediately jumped into doing work and homework and stuff like that, so I'd like a little bit of time to decompress. So I'm gonna do that before I get started with anything and just kind of go from there. But today was a bit of a lull day of sorts. Like, everybody was just like super groggy. It's been off and on, sprinkling, raining all day today, and so it's like that beautiful fall like feeling weather, and it's nice, but it also makes everyone like super groggy. And we did have a couple kiddos today who had some issues, which par for the course, but the kiddo I was with was the same one I was with most of the day yesterday, and he was perfectly fine, so I didn't really have to worry about too much with him. But I'm pretty excited for the rest of this week. Tomorrow we have a full day. So we have like a fairly normal like full day Wednesday, and then we have half days on Thursday and Friday. So I am looking forward to those days where like I have a half day, so I can like actually feel like I can relax a little bit and I can enjoy essentially my weekend, because I get home Thursday, I'm gonna be getting some work done that I'll get done early. I have my class at 5:30, and that goes to about 8, and that's the only thing I'll be doing. And then Friday I can have like the afternoon to get my posts and stuff ready for this coming week and be ready way before my live show at 8 on Friday. So I'm pretty excited for that, to be able to like feel like I can get caught back up with some stuff. But I will say that doing a lot of stuff right when I got home before doing my homework has not necessarily been the worst thing in the world. So I don't know, like I'm kind of taking it week by week, seeing what I'm able to do. But I actually kind of managed yesterday, and I've managed today. So, but as I've been talking, the pan is now starting to boil, so I'm gonna finish up making dinner, and I will let you guys know what I get through before I go to bed tonight. So I left you guys on Tuesday and just completely forgot about vlogging, because it's just what happens sometimes. Sorry, but I have some updates. I have some updates on things that I've completed and or progressed in. So let's see, Tuesday was what? It was the 24th. So I did complete The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth, rated that 4 stars. Oh, I also DNF'd A Girl Like That, which was a side quest book for Orillium. Didn't really like the writing style of that. I think that that really just did not feel like a good writing style to me, and so I just did not find any interest in it. I wasn't really connecting with any of the characters, and so I DNF'd it. And then I did last night finish The Jasmine Throne, which I also gave a 4 star. So overall, not too bad. I have also made more progress in The Familiar, and I'm planning on finishing that today. But I have a lot of stuff I gotta do tonight, which includes finishing this vlog, filming the rest of my videos for this week, which are my October TBR, my September wrap up, and then like any other little bits and bobs that I can get done before the end of the day today. So we're gonna basically be cranking away at that. Robert is finally back home from his work trip for this week. The first one of 13 weeks is done, so thank God. But yeah, everything went pretty smoothly for the most part, and now it's just we go through 12 more weeks of that, so yay. But I'm gonna go film my October TBR first, get that edited, and then work on getting The Familiar done, because I kind of want to finish that before I do my September TBR, because I'm fairly certain, I don't know, I'm fairly certain that tomorrow I'm not going to have a lot of time to read, because I have work, and then I also tutor tomorrow, and I have homework, so I'm probably not going to get a lot of reading done. So today's probably my last day to get something finished, which is fine, but we'll kind of see. I'm going to kind of wait until the last minute, I think, to do my September TBR because tomorrow is the last day. I think I might reconfigure my schedule first of like my to-do lists because I don't know how today's gonna go. So I do still, no matter what, though, have to get my October TBR and this vlog out. So we'll kind of go with that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get some work done. I've got about, I did a roll for how long my sprint is and I got a natural 20 and I decided to do 10 minutes per number. So we're at 3 hours and 20 minutes of work, which probably will not take me the whole time to get all this stuff done really, but at the very least, like that's how long I'll be doing something like work-wise or heck, maybe even some reading. We'll see. It's gonna be 3 hours, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go film my October TBR real quick and I will be back. Hey y'all, I just got back home from work and realized I forgot to close out this vlog. I finished a few things in the last couple of days, but now I can't remember any of them, which, typical. But, so I finished Jasmine Throne, I finished The Familiar, which I ended up rating a 2-star. Not my favorite. Quite honestly, still trying to decide if I even want to keep the book. I'm keeping it for now until I decide that I need to like just not have it on my shelves, but I can't quite decide on it because I have Leigh Bardugo's other work. So we'll see. But then I also finished Within the Shadows, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars to. And then I will be finishing Evocation tonight, which I'm giving basically, like being at the very end of it, I'm going to basically give it a 3-star because it's fine. It's just not nearly as good as A Dowry of Blood was. So anyway, but that's going to be it for me today. I did not complete my Orillium TBR like I had initially wanted to, which is fine, it's whatever. Everything that I did not complete, which is pretty much all but one, or actually all but 2 of the books that I wanted to complete in the month, are going to carry over into October. So I'm going to finish those first, and then I'm going to move on to the actual October TBR that I had. So, but anyway, I have to go. I've got a lot of stuff to do in the next hour and a half before I go to tutor, but wanted to end this vlog here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you did not know, I have an Etsy store where I sell wax melts and candles and all kinds of other stuff. So you go ahead and check that out in the description. I also have a Patreon now, so you can access different kinds of content from me on there, as well as get a discount code for my Etsy store based on what tier you're on. All kinds of cool stuff like that. So definitely make sure to check that out as well. But if you haven't already and you'd like to be subscribed to become a member of our flock, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys.